Hello and welcome to today's 5-minute video. Now that's a joke for everyone who watches my videos on the regular, in that, yes, they can tend to be long. So I appreciate and want to express gratitude when you take the time to listen in. Today I wanted to be able to emotionalize something that we often logic-alize. Yeah, those are two new words that I've been using. Gratitude. When we express gratitude, often it's a practice that we engage in that is meant to promote our well-being. Because what we know is when we focus our mind on things that we're thankful for, it creates a mindset of abundance. And a mindset of abundance is one that looks with hope, with optimism, with positivity. And when we look in that direction, we experience emotions that heighten our sense of well-being. Now, there's a very big difference between the logical practice of gratitude and the emotional practice of gratitude. It's the difference between I am grateful and I feel grateful. Gratitude, we can think logically about I'm grateful for breathing, the coffee maker that's in my kitchen that makes it easy for me to make coffee every morning, electricity, fresh air, running water, gas in my car, my health. Feeling grateful is about identifying the physical manifestation of our gratitude, feeling it in all of our senses. Because if we think about how our brain operates, we first process information through our amygdala, that reptilian brain, the old part of our brain, whose primary responsibilities are survival. So when we're thinking about gratitude and practicing gratitude, our amygdala doesn't really fire because we're not at threat. But then the next part of our brain, our limbic system, this is our sensing part of our brain. This is where our emotions and our five senses live. And so when we think about emotions feeling, that's why. It's because this center controls how our body feels. And gratitude as a feeling, if we follow Mark Brackett's work in Permission to Feel, is a pleasant emotion with a low to medium sense of energy. Let's try this. Let's try this together. So first, let's narrow in on where you are right now. How are you feeling? Do you feel pleasant, unpleasant, neutral? Do you have high energy, medium energy, low energy? And try to find a word that accurately identifies emotionally pleasant, unpleasant, energetic, low energetic, that would use to describe your emotional state. For me, I'm going to use thoughtful. It's a pleasant feeling and it's a low level of energy. And I know I feel that way because the work that I've been doing prior to this moment was in examining my website and updates I need to make. So I'm being thoughtful in that approach, and that activity has led to that emotion of being thoughtful. So gratitude is used in a practice to shift our emotional state. So if I'm not in the emotional state of gratitude or grateful, I'm instead in the emotion of thoughtful, then when I want to practice gratitude, the goal is to get myself to the feeling of grateful. Now, thoughtful to grateful isn't too far of a stretch in its feeling, both pleasant, although for me, the feeling of gratitude has a higher level of pleasantness than does thoughtful. And so I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to think about what things and people exist in my life that I feel a strong sense of pleasantness, that when I'm with them, they engulf me like a hug. And I'm thinking about a few people that I engaged with this morning, Kevin and Jonathan and Kataki and Sarah and Brian and Tony and Georgiana. And as I think about these people and the hug that they enveloped me in today, I elevate in the pleasant emotions that I'm experiencing, and I bring myself into this space of gratitude, of feeling grateful. And that is how, when we practice gratitude, we can bring ourselves from the space of logically, I'm grateful for these people, but emotionally, now I experience that. And in the practice of moving and emotionalizing our gratitude, what do you think ends up happening? It's an elevated sense of grateful. It's an elevated sense of gratitude that stays with us much longer than the logical practice.